Welcome to another video, and in this video I have some bad news. At the time of filming this right now, I'm not 100% sure what is wrong, but I have an idea now of maybe where the problem is coming from. But before I go on, I'm sure it's kind of obvious, my forehead. So yes, this was not car related, this was work related. This happened yesterday. So yes, I know.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
A wizard.
So before I go ahead and show you guys the dash cam footage of the blast drive I did with the car, I was driving, and then I heard something clickering sound. And in the video, you're gonna see like a tuk sound, but that was where the little median things that they put in the center of the freeway to make, so you're not, so it makes you aware that you're changing lanes. But at first I thought that's what it was because I heard something. I think that's what started this whole like, okay, what just happened? But again, I felt like I heard something else, and I don't know if the dash cam picks up that audio, the other sound that I was probably hearing, or maybe my mind was just playing tricks on me. But I heard something, and so then I decided to pull off the side of the road to the freeway to stop and see if maybe something dropped or something was dragging, and then right when I was right before I was about to pull over, the car just died on me. So go ahead and upload that video. Not upload it. Show you guys that video so you guys can see for yourself. So once I was pulled over, stopped, I went ahead and turned on the car again to make an attempt to see if it would turn on. But it just felt like something, like if it was like the starter or maybe the battery was low. It wasn't giving me like, it was like it was just dying. So I had to get the car towed. That's why the car is put in reverse, because that's how the car was picked up. So I had to kind of roll in through here. But later I'm gonna go ahead and put it on jacks. Not jacks, but on the wheel dollies, and flip the car around so I can have the engine bay facing this side and the tail end that way. To show you guys what I mean, so I'm gonna go ahead and post a video of me having the meter onto the battery, assuming that maybe the battery was dead. But it was kind of weird because again, I heard a sound, but what does this have to do with the battery? Which it doesn't. I'll tell you guys right now it doesn't. But I'll go ahead and show you guys the video so you guys can see for yourself. The little bit kind of like, scratching my head. Okay, what's going on? So I just kind of went ahead and maybe the battery was bad. Because again, if you remember a while ago when I was first putting the car back together, I got the ground and the live wire mixed up. So I figured maybe it finally caught up to me that the battery just started to die, and with the heat, how it is here in Texas, I figured maybe the battery was just the goner. So I went ahead and switched out the battery, replaced the battery with the new one, and it did the same thing again. So that took out the whole equation of it being a battery. I checked underneath the car to see if there's any loose cables or even the fuse box here on the side of the driver's side, and still nothing was blown. Everything looked normal. All the harnesses, all that were still attached. So in the B6, B7 group chat, a lot of the guys started saying, look at the plugs, take out the plugs, see if maybe one of the fuel injectors got stuck open and just dumped a lot of fuel, and then it kind of because it's happened to me actually before a long time with this car. When I first owned the car, it happened to me. At first I didn't know what it was, but what happened, the fuel injectors got stuck open and dumped a lot of fuel, and the car wouldn't turn over, and it made a really nasty sound when that happened. And I didn't know what it was at the time, but I knew at the time, I was like, okay, hopefully that's it, because technically it could be an easy fix. Remove the plug, the coil packs, spark plugs, remove the fuel pump relay, and then turn the car for it to get all that excess fuel out from the little hole for where you put the spark plugs. And yeah, so when I was about to do that, I checked with the boroscope to see the dam if there was any fuel in the cylinder walls. But right now here I have the spark plugs. Right now, spark plug number 7 I cannot seem to get out because there's some sort of like rubbery layer around the thread, so it's been hard to get to. I was fighting it all day. Yes, not all day, but I mean most of the afternoon yesterday, and I just kind of just gave up on that. I'll eventually get it out. So the next footage, or last video, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I've discovered inside the cylinder walls. And I'm not gonna show every single one, but so you guys can get an idea what it is that I saw. After seeing that footage I just showed you of what I saw inside the cylinder walls, was just kind of really, scratching my head, where did all that debris come from? And then after further, talking with Alex, it kind of came to one thing where all this kind of looks like shrapnel or gunk came from. If this is not spinning without the belt on, then that pretty much means that this charger is toast, which kind of really bums me out if that is really the case. But with everything that I've looked at, and yeah, so I really don't have any words really to say right now. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty much 98% sure that the blower is toast. Just with the evidence and just kind of everything's kind of like seems to be pointing in that direction. But I'll know for sure once, like I said, I get the car turned around, remove the supercharger, and get to examine, the damage. But again, I'm 98% sure that that's what the cause is. And if it is the blower, which again, right now I don't know 100% sure, but I'm 98% sure that it's the blower. But going forward, it's gonna take some time, definitely a lot of time. It's not like what happened to me before when I blew a hole in the block when I got hydro locked. Because back when that happened, I was able to get the ball rolling right away, start researching, ordering parts, looking for a new engine, this and that, and everything just started, I was able to do that. But now, it's a little bit different for me right now, where I can't do that again. So if I choose to, keep, which I will, I'll keep the car. But this next process is just gonna take longer because right now I can't be just ordering stuff out of the blue and getting things rolling. It's just gonna be a very, very, very slow process. Because right now the car is not a huge priority right now because I have other stuff in life that's going on that takes priority. So yeah, so again with these video updates, it's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be way more time gaps, empty time gaps between videos. With the progress of this car, not like before, like that was like a new video every 2 weeks, but with this process, it'll probably take I don't know, it's definitely gonna take a while, a year, 2 years, I don't know. So yeah, so I guess I'll go ahead, I know I say it a lot, flip the car and remove that blower and see the damage. My 98, 97% thought as to what's wrong now definitely turned to 100% now. So it is the charger. Go ahead and try to spin it. Can hear that? Yeah, it's not really, I don't want to move it too much because I don't want to put more junk into the cylinder walls with the valves that are already open. So yeah, that's where I stand right now. So the next steps that needs to be done are obviously remove the supercharger. Have to remove the whole engine again. That's just an update with the car. And I was just literally like out for a drive. And again, I was out for a drive so I can get to that. So this is old, but I was so close to finally getting 1,000 miles. I was actually 10 miles, even though it says 989, but I was actually at 990 by the time when the car broke down. So I was 10 miles short of the engine finally reaching 1,000 miles. So I slightly lied a little bit. I was at 989 miles, 989.2, if I can speak right, short. So that's how many miles I'd driven, and I was about almost a little less than 11 miles short from actually finally getting to 1,000 miles. This really does suck a lot. So it really, you know, I'm just emotionally kind of just like blah. But just how, I guess, you know, how life is. You know, it's really easy for me just to, you know, throw my hands in the air and just call it a day and, you know, part out the car or whatnot. But I'm not gonna do that. It's very, like I said, it's easy to quit. But I mean, I do want to quit. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, like 99% of me just says just give up, but the other 1% still holding on. So that 1% is pretty strong with me. So I'm gonna keep on moving forward with the car. And I know I'm saying this a lot, but again, it's gonna be a very slow process with this next part of the car, next, I guess, chapter of the car. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do what I can, you know, probably just maybe want to spend 1 or 2 days not really doing anything, just binge watching Amazon. The Boys are finally, so I got a lot of episodes to catch up on The Boys if you watch that on Amazon. So good show, but not related to the car. But so yeah, I'm just drained emotionally right now. So but things will get better. Slowly, again, not as fast as the last time. So alright, so now this time I'm gonna end the video. So if you guys are watching, thanks for watching, and hope you guys have a good one. Thanks.